The most important constitutional event between March 1990 and July 1991 was the abolition of the Communist Party's constitutional monopoly on political power, an essential step in the dismantling of the one-party, authoritarian, socialist dictatorship. This took place on March 13, 1990, when the Soviet Congress of People's Deputies ended the Constitution in two linked, strategically important decisions. First, the Congress gave the Soviet Union a strong, popularly elected executive presidency invested with the powers of Commander-in-Chief of the Soviet Armed Forces. Second, it abolished the Communist Party's legal monopoly on political power. Instead of requiring that Gorbachev immediately compete in an electoral contest for the new presidency, the Congress acted as an electoral college and elected him directly to a 5-year term. Rumors of an impending coup had been circulating in Moscow since the fall of 1990. In November 1990, President Mikhail Gorbachev, in an address to a group of more than 1,000 servicemen elected to public office, insisted that talk of a military coup was circulated by radicals to discredit the military. By early 1991, the increasing visibility of the military on the domestic scene began to cause serious concern and even speculation about a possible military takeover in the Soviet Union of the civilian government. Army leaders put on the defensive were busy denying the rumor of a military coup of any kind as groundless. In retrospect, such a possibility was far from being groundless. Never in Soviet history had the military expressed their dissatisfaction and dissension with the civilian leadership so loudly and so openly. In December, moreover, both KGB chairman Vladimir Khrushchev and Soviet Defense Minister Dmitry Yazov, two Gorbachev appointees who participated in the August coup, strongly condemned nationalist movements in the USSR and warned that the Soviet Union was in danger of collapsing unless these forces were contained. On 11 December 1990, KGB chairman Vladimir Khrushchev made a call for order over Central Television in Moscow. That day, he asked two KGB officers to prepare a plan of measures that could be taken in a case state of emergency was declared in the USSR. Later, Khrushchev brought in Gennady Yanov, vice president, Dmitry Yazov, defense minister and marshal of the Soviet Union, Boris Pugo, interior minister, Alexander Tyzyakov, president of the Association of State Enterprises, Oleg Blokhanov, first deputy chairman of the Defense Council of the USSR, Valentin Pavlov, premier, Vasily Starodubtsev, chairman of the Peasants' Union of the USSR, who made up the gang of 8 that would eventually lead to the State Committee on the State of Emergency. They sent a delegation to Crimea, where Gorbachev was visiting, and asked him to either declare a state of emergency and resign, or name Yanayev as acting president. Gorbachev's refusal led him to being placed under house arrest in his vacation home. Under the pretext that he had fallen ill, Yanayev took over as president. Gorbachev spent 3 days under house arrest at his home in the Crimea. On the eve of the signing ceremony for a new union treaty for the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics, members of the Politburo and the heads of the Soviet military and security services detained Gorbachev at his villa in the Crimea. Claiming that Gorbachev had been removed from his position as president due to illness, the leaders of the coup formed an 8-man committee of the state of emergency and attempted to assume control of the government. Russian parliamentarians under the leadership of Boris Yeltsin, led popular resistance to the committee's leadership. Soldiers and tanks sent to arrest Yeltsin found the Russian parliament building surrounded by both armed and unarmed civilians. The soldiers then turned around, either returning to their barracks or joining the resistance. Many junior officers and officials in the Moscow ministries, as well as the leadership of the Soviet Union's constituent republic, denounced the new leadership. The coup collapsed on the 21st as the committee found itself lacking either the loyalty of the military necessary to put down the burgeoning resistance movement. Gorbachev was released from detention and flown to Moscow. Real power in Russia, however, had devolved to Yeltsin, who used the coup's failure to eliminate the political power of the Communist Party of the Soviet Union. The August coup resulted in a minimal loss of life, 3 deaths in Moscow and 3 in the Baltic states, the end of the CPSU's dominance, and hastened the disintegration of the Soviet Union.